What's up, family? I'm hanging with Rob on Front Row Live, and I'm Brutini. You can follow me on Drip Thomas, Drippamphetamine on Instagram. That's the handle, and check out my music on Spotify. Thanks.
Talk to me about this debut album and that creative process of Drippamphetamine.
Well, Drippamphetamine, it's a culmination of rags to riches. You know, when you finally plan a goal and you reach, but you understand when you reach the tip, that's the beginning of the real true process, because everything is about maintaining it. So Drippamphetamine, basically, it's a dichotomy of rags to riches story, and basically the obstacles that you come along the way, that you face along the way. So is adjusting and adapting in the circumstance and making the best out of each and every situation.
Man, like, and you know, there's so much to it, because like, not only is it what you just explained, but at the same time, it's like, this is your debut, but you went all out with 28 tracks on this. And if I'm correct, you're independent as well. So like, how does an independent artist manage to control 28 tracks for a debut album and at the same time control so many other producers and features like you did on this record?
Well, to be honest, out of the three producers, mainly it's one producer, Kairos, and I felt with his sound and what I got sonically putting together, it just made sense to give a solid body of work, because, you know, as a creative, just like I compare it to like fashion, because that's my element was fashion before I started making music. It's like a mood board, and you end up making 10 different styles, and it's like, which one do I go with first? And it's like, damn, I'm not sure which one to go with first. So it's like, okay, let's assort it so it goes in line. So the concept is from style 1 to style 10, it gets better. So I couldn't pick really which to debut with, so I felt like, let me put it together in a capsule and allow the fans to sit with it and pick the songs that they really like, and that would let me know as an artist growing how to navigate and maneuver from there.
With these features too, like what was it about these artists that you felt they were like perfect for this debut?
Well, to be honest, the artists on my project is artists that I knew before I started recording music. It just so happened, you know, coming from my community, my neighborhood, I know of them, so I tapped in, and some of these artists on my project I kind of grew up with as well too. So me being a fan first and then now becoming an artist, I was like, yeah, I definitely got to connect with these particular group of guys, because I like their energy and I like their message. So why not connect with them and put them onto my project to see how we can expand the sound?
Like I said, 28 tracks. I'm still blown away by that. Like, I can't recall any artist that has gone and released more than 16 tracks on a record. So
I mean, it also defeats the purpose of a deluxe, because to be honest with you, like, when I listen to a project, I come from the era where Jay-Z was releasing Blueprint, The Gift and the Curse. You had to get this one and two. My older cousins is playing DMX, Flesh of My Blood. Those type of projects, think about it, to drop two albums in 1 year and go platinum, that's crazy. So I figured, hey, instead of just going deluxe and we trying to push the product, why not I deliver it to you one time and allow you to pick the sounds that you like? Because I personally like certain sounds, and I'm gonna, as an artist, that's gonna be what I come out with. But I still want the fans to be able to be like, wow, it's so much here. Let me tap into this versatility. And you know what? For a new artist, this is a lot, but let me get it as it goes so that I don't have to force myself to continue to keep releasing. Just give you one solid project. And if you buy into it, you buy into it. If you don't, then I'm gonna keep trying again.
But how are you able to keep that versatility? Because you know, one track sounds the same. Like it's fresh every single track, and I feel like that's a challenge in itself.
Well, one thing about this music industry, again, we go back to the press and print, to when I was digital. We had projects that, you know, weren't so monotonous to allow the artist 2 years. Or, you know, artists would release a project and then they go missing for another 18 months. You never hear from them again. And then they just release another project. So now we're in an era where, oh, the fans love it. They want to see everything that's going on. So you can't hide anything. So we're not hiding anything. I have to be able to give you sounds that are different. So you can question, how are you getting these different experiences, but yet you're showing us everything you're doing. Well, that's the trick of it. That's the ambiance of it. If I give you something that you're not expecting, then it's gonna make you say, wow, I was watching the whole process, but I didn't expect that. And I like the element of surprise myself. Like, I like things that are spontaneous, that spontaneity. That's what, keeps you going. So that monotony, sometimes it draws you out, because I personally feel I can't, sometimes if I like a song so much, I will leave it on repeat. But then at times, tomorrow, I might not listen to the album over and over, but I might switch it up or listen to 1 or 2 songs. But I feel that the projects that have more versatility, I find myself putting that project in rotation, because I know when I listen to it, I'm not going to hear the same thing over and over. Like when you listen to a guy like Future or Jay-Z, you know that the tracks are different. So I can leave it in rotation, days in on days out, and it's no issue. Because, and also, growing up, we had CD players and MP3 players. We would mix CDs where we put different songs that we like from different artists. So I felt this project should come out as if it's different sounds. There's 100 artists on here, and you're buying a good body work because you know it's going to last you a good long time to listen to. So I felt that was the delivery, and that's the reason why I came out with 28 tracks. And honestly, like, I feel like it's so much on here that I didn't get to put on it. So just think about it. Starting the recording process from maybe 100 songs, you cut it down to 50, and then it's like, wow, I still have to take off songs. So it's like, okay, you know what? Let's leave some for a little later. But at the end of the day, I still want the same energy to be there. So when you reciprocate the project the way I reciprocated, it's like, wow, it connected. But again, if it grows, it grows.
Right. Now, with the, as far as the process goes, like, what was that process like for you from, A&R to like being the actual artist yourself? And like, how did you kind of discover your sound and your style of this music?
Well, I feel like my style of music resembles my style of fashion. And, when you're around other people that are like-minded or have the same taste palette as you bounce ideas, and as an A&R, it's your job to curve the vision so that everybody else understands it from the artist's perspective. Because sometimes artists, they deliver projects and they're so like narcissistic, it doesn't deliver or resonate. So as an A&R, you have to be able to put yourself in the consumer's shoes to see how everybody else would be engaged, or how that one fan that we're marketing can tell the other similar fans how to like listen to the project. So, the same artist that I was around, I would give them ideas and we bounce around. And eventually one of my guys was like, yo, why don't you never like try to record? You're always spot on, or you're close to it. You have an ear for it. You should try it. And I'm like, nah, that's not my thing. I'll leave that, to other people, because I felt like it wasn't me. But I started getting messages and indications. And then, sometimes when you deal with the significant other, or you go into a relationship, and, sometimes things happen. And even in that relationship or that situation, you learn things, and people tell you like, yo, you should try recording or singing. You got a knack for music. So I started trying it. I put my emotion into it, and it started picking up. And it was like, wow, see, look, you got one song, now continue. So, and me, one thing about me, when it comes to work and my work ethic, I like to continuously grinding, because I want to learn. Because I know the more you work, the more you're going to learn. Application is everything. So
put in those 10,000 hours.
Basically, so continuously recording, I get 28 songs. And that was the process. So from people encouraging me, advising me, oh, you should try recording. And that just showed people believing what I had to say from an A&R perspective, just being outside of it. So if the belief is that strong, then you know what, maybe I should try recording. And, 18 months later to 2 years later, now I'm recording.
Damn.
And, wow, it's working.
Because the times are a little different, and, shows, concerts, tours are non-existent at the moment. Like, do you have any plans on ways to kind of promote these songs for like an album release, or like a way for your audience to kind of get to see the live show?
I wanted a traditional rollout, but due to, it has, delayed things, but I'm still working on the release. It's going to be a smaller party, but I'm working on the release to for it to have a release party, but also I want to start rolling the project out with music videos and getting engagements. And I'm also, what I'm doing to really get people engaged with the project, I'm doing a Drippamphetamine giveaway. And with the giveaway, for the fans that promote the music or get it early, basically with the hashtag, they enter the contest early, and I collected the information, and we're going to pick about 5 to 10 lucky winners, and, you know, either giving free merchandise from Drippamphetamine, because I also got like sample pieces for Drippamphetamine that I'm working on as well. But I want to allow the fans to, you know, for engaging with me early, you get early access. Here's a giveaway. So that's what I'm going to do to really roll out the project, due to the fact that we can't really interact with each other. But since we're all on Instagram and on social media, I'm going to really roll out everything on social media so that I can get the fans involved. And then as time go on and if things open up, then I want to start doing short pop-up shops for Drippamphetamine, where as I continue creating more pieces for the clothing capsule, for the merch, pop-up shops, they'll see something early and be that access. But I really want to get in tune with the fans and engage with them with the pop-up shop, because that was the idea, give them music with fashion so that it can be a atmosphere. But, you know, kind of delayed that. That was really the rollout for it. But hopefully we can get that in the works.
That'd be sick. That'd be sick. Well, you got it all together, man. Like I'm definitely excited for this album. Feeling the tracks that you put on there, and like I said, I love how every single one is like a fresh take, a fresh new track. So congratulations with that, dude, and congratulations with you know, the success. Even though 2020 has been a rough year, you're still out there grinding. So.
Obstacle is it shows you once again it's obstacles, and every day is a new struggle, and we just got to continue to keep putting it on. The marathon continues. Like I'll have a motto: success is rendered, so you don't have to pay your dues every day. So no 2 days are alike. We just got to keep working.